Hi everyone, welcome back to Through Alchemy. So today we're going to find out what has your person realized, their own unspoken secret revelations about your connection. We have 3 piles from left to right. Pause if you need a little longer, pick the one which calls your name the most, and I'm going to begin with pile number 1. Hello pile number 1, if you choose this Dendritic Agate, along with the card of Heart of the Matter. So this is going to be a reading. We're going to take out the pre-shuffle cards since we have a lot today. So let's start with the shamanic. We have duality in reverse, death in reverse, unlimited possibilities, changes, and growth. Okay. We have whale song resonating, courage, everything is in perfect balance. Number 8, maturity. Okay. We have divine feminine, freedom, and intimacy in reverse. So let's get the cards out. I'm going to be doing a headspace, a heart space, and the current energies for this reading. According to what your person has realized, I will be taking reversals according to I'm guided to take them. So for your person's headspace, what have they realized? We have the 9 of Wands in reverse. We're going to take this in upright. Headspace. We have the 10 of Wands in reverse. We have the Magician in reverse. Okay. For the heart space, we have the Sun in reverse. Okay, hold up. Upright. We have the Hermit in reverse. We have the Ace of Cups. Upright. Heart space. Now the current energies towards you. The World in reverse. Okay, bottom of the deck, I see the Tower. We're gonna take the 3 of Pentacles upright. And we have the 8 of Swords reversed. Okay. Possible signs I see Gemini, Virgo, Taurus, Leo, Aries, Aquarius. Pretty much all signs since we have the World over here. So let's begin with two major theme cards over here that we have: a Heart of the Matter and Whale Song Resonating. This is a lot about your person who has finally found the song that sings to their soul. It's a metaphorical instance for the fact that your person has found themselves through this connection. They have found themselves by working on themselves. You can look at both of the images. They're so beautifully depicted. One of it is really in blue in color. It's a whale, and considering the size of the whale, it really gives me that your person is a very emotional being. They're very empathetic, and when we relate to the word empathy or empath, it's like people have sort of normalized it, but having to realize when you're dealing with an empath, which you also are since you're connected with this person, it can talk about the fact that you both feel things really deeply. You pick up on emotions of other people as well. And especially when you have trauma as an empath, it makes it even more difficult for you to separate yourself from other people's feelings. So, considering if your person had grown in a difficult childhood or environment, your person had a habit of gaslighting themselves. It's almost like a survival tactic or something that they had learned. I would say something as a survivor they had learned, that they used to gaslight themselves. They would tell themselves that they're not worthy of it. They would tell themselves that they're not worthy of love because the way they have been treated. I see that this person struggles with speaking their truth as well. Your person has struggled with accepting themselves exactly as they are, the true nature that goes beyond their physical environment. Your person has been a puppet of the society for a very long time. And I see with the whale song resonated, this is a lot about your person finally getting into their divine character. 61 reduces down to the number 7 over here. I see that your person has, through this connection, found themselves. They have found resonance within themselves. It's almost like they were in a box or a puddle of melancholy, is what I hear. Your person might have also gone through few depressive states in their life, where this person was probably substance abusing, where they were not taking care of their health, where they were not having a good sleep routine. I see that this person has worked on themselves, and through the triggerings that this connection has placed in them, has forced this person to heal. It's almost like they have found their inner divine feminine. Now I see there is a woman over here as well, right? And she looks like she is casting a light, or at least there is a star over here, which is a guiding light. It almost gives me like northern stars. So your person might also be might resonate with a Syrian star seed, is what I hear. Your person might really sort of have starry eyes when they look at the northern lights. Also, there's something about stargazing. Your person might really like to moon gaze, is also what I hear. Your person is someone who enjoys the silence of night. They are somebody who likes to do things alone. And I see that they were previously pretty scared of being alone, which was in contradiction of their true nature. I think that this person also invited a lot of people that were codependent on them, and they were codependent on. And I see that your person has released or is on the path of releasing these codependencies to having kept people around that don't really support their purpose and are just there to fill a void in their heart, right? I see that your person is tapping into their divine feminine energy, considering they faced difficulty previously with freeing themselves from the toxic ties that people had kept around. Now, these people with the intimacy in reverse were perhaps people that were not very close to them on an emotional proximity. These people were close in their close knit, but they didn't truly know this person. And given the fact that your person didn't know themselves, it's quite explanatory that your person cannot find people that know them, right? So I see your person definitely attracting their soul tribe, people that not only challenge this person to grow furthermore, but also help this person come out of their bubble. I see something about your person being in a bubble because they are scared of certain people, or being in the public eye, or having low self-esteem, or just not feeling deserving of being in the spotlight or showing out who they truly are. So I see there's a lot about staying in a bubble because this person has been I'm hearing has encountered a lot of abusive people that have pulled on their heartstrings. So this is also sort of taken away your person's ability to open their heart and vibrate as an authentic self. It's almost like your person would start mirroring it back to them. So when an empath is a survivor, and they have to learn how to protect their heart, they sort of lose their personality, because it's a lot about them mirroring the other person's behavior. So if somebody is brutal to this person, or if somebody is avoidant, your person would probably do that to you as well. Your person would probably start mirroring the same behavior back to you, because your person is quite versatile and they are a shapeshifter. They start mirroring back that image to you. However you treat this person, they start treating you like that. This is not purposely done by them, but again, I hear it's a survival tactic, and this is something a person does out of a survival instinct that they do to protect themselves, right? I see that this takes away from their own authenticity, right? Because your person is a very loving person with a divine feminine energy. This is a lot about being receptive. So I see this being as a shadow attribute that your person had inculcated within themselves, that they started mirroring back the same defense mechanism of other people. They stopped maybe being authentic about their own self. And I see that your person is a very lovely gooey person inside. Like, they really like to spread love, and they like to be very chirpy. But certain times when your person is very overburdened, I see that with the 9 of Wands and the Magician and the 10 of Wands over here, your person has realized that through this connection they have been able to release these people that used to manipulate them. A lot of people, now this could also be you, or this could be previous partners or people in their family. I'm also hearing parental figures that were very manipulative with their words, and this is something that they had to really open themselves to. Now your person is very vigilant about who they keep around. With the 9 of Wands opening or spread really tells me that your person is very aware of their surroundings. They are, through their childhood, through growing up, they have also developed, I get an energy of a huge survivor from this person. So your person has been really beaten down in the past, and I also hear trigger warning that this person has had suicidal tendencies as well. So this is really major, okay? I see that your person has become very vigilant through this connection. They might show this to you as well, but I see a little softer demeanor towards you. Yet I see that this person still keeps a very great amount of boundaries, and they still have defenses up, is what I see. So they, on their headspace, I see that this person realizes that they have mirrored back the experiences that they have shared with other people, and they realize that they need to mature up, because this is not who they are. I get a very wizened energy from self-awareness with this person. Now that could be contradictory, concerning that there are two types of people over here: one that is aware of their behavior, and the other one that is cognitively coming to the awareness, because we have the 8 of Swords in reverse. So your person realizes how this takes away from cooperating in relationships, in just like being cohesive. Your person is someone who sort of rides solo. Your person is used to being alone and doing things alone. So I pick up on an energy of being hyper independent as well, and this also comes from the the subconscious pattern where your person feels like they can get things done quicker. They can do things their own way as well, and they can do it quicker if they do it alone. So I'm hearing a werewolf. That's AWARE. So that's aware. So your person is very aware of their surroundings. They're very aware of the things that goes on. I keep getting the word diligence and vigilant. So with the 9 of Wands, I'm just so just my gaze keeps going back to these two eyes. Like, it's almost like your person has also studied your behavior. Now this is not particularly positive, because I see that your person sees that maybe you um have not been that cohesive with them. You have not cooperated with them, which leaves them in a cycle of unhappiness. Maybe they relate you, or they have fears around the fact that you are sort of giving them red flags, quote unquote, of people that they have been with in their past. This person still feels like they have to be a little cautious of you if they want to collaborate with you. With the frog over here and this girl sort of gasping, if you can look at it, it almost gives me the energy that your person still is, because they're so vigilant, and I see this being a shadow attribute, they can be more defensive than it's required. It's a survival tactic that sort of comes from the body, right? So your person might have also been through physical abuse, and this person fears having encountered any more abusive scenarios. Now that does not mean that I'm saying your person fears getting into a physical fight with you, but this definitely means that your person does not like any sort of drama. And I see that maybe there are certain things that your person has noticed about you that have been reflective on you on your end, where your person doesn't doubt the fact that you love them, but they also doubt the fact that whether you love yourself as much as you love them. You know what I mean? Like, do you really want to improve yourself, is what your person considers. So I see with the Three of Pentacles in the current energy, your person does want to collaborate, but there's some sort of residual from the past of your between the both of you, where it requires a lot of courage. I see this being a lot about realizing about you, where your person considers whether they can actually be intimate with you. This is a lot about I'm hearing a wake up call for this person, whether you're actually the best prospectus for them in the moment or not. And as as harsh that might sound, but I just have to be very honest, right, about what I feel over here. And I really don't feel like painting a picture that gives you any false hopes about the scenario, because your person does not feel like things are balanced. Your person does not feel like it's maturity. And I always believe it takes two to tango, right? I'm not saying that your person might be completely in the white, but I see definitely your person thinks that you both can do better for yourself. Now, whether it means together or whether it means by finding the right compatible matches for each other, your person has also realized that things have not been in the balance. They have not particularly worked out for them according to the amount of efforts that they have put in. You can look at how this girl has a sort of a branch on her chest and it's bare. It almost gives me the sense that your person has really opened themselves up to you, and there's some sort of lack of maturity that they have faced in this connection that makes them fearful to opening up to you again. They feel like they told you certain things that they usually don't tell a lot of people, and those cycles have repeated with you. And I see that is the reason why your person cannot get over the fact that they think that you have not paid attention to it in the most respectful manner. I see that your person feels like you don't care about their sensitive areas as much as you should have if you really wanted to be with them, is what I hear. If you realize this person is not letting you close, it's because they've noticed certain things that they have shared with you or how they have been burned in the past. And I hear that this person led to a lot of disappointment having said that to you and facing the same amount of pain again. So I'm hearing all is fair in love and war. So this person is learning to love themselves more. So now when I see this energy, your person is trying to create an atmosphere which is healing for them, okay, in the most easiest form, I would say, which is easy and healing for them, which does not trigger them back to their past. I'm hearing don't give anyone the power to bring back your unhealed version. So some shape or form your person felt like you were hindering their growth, you were taking them back to their past. I'm hearing trust issues. So it's almost like you were not aiding to this person's growth. And see, we have the death card in reverse and we have the duality. So at some point in your connection, your person started feeling like, are you complementing where they want to go in their life? Are you actually helping them build the life that they want to? There's some sort of shadow attribute that you have, pile number one, that you have to see and introspect about what this person particularly found as a deal breaker between the both of you, okay? I don't know if you guys are together. I do get an energy that this person might be in your lives, but they're not very communicative. They're keeping you at bay. And this is the reason why either you're triggering something from their past that they have to heal, or they're just realizing that this is not creating the healing environment that they need to actually move forward, since this person is becoming very goal oriented. And I don't see it in a way where it's just monetary. I see this being a lot about their own spiritual growth, because this person has finally understood who they are. And I'm hearing that they're an old school lover. This person is someone who appreciates the white picket fence. This person wants that stability in their life, and they have often thought about the fact whether this is building up to that level of commitment. I see some place where your person does not want to open up to you. They see something in this connection which almost threatens their sense of security, having opened their hearts towards you. So again, there are two types of people over here. If you know that your person is very self-aware about these things, this person is definitely contemplating whether you're the right match for them or not. And if this person is not very well aware of these triggers, they still have something brewing up inside, which is almost making them question whether this is coming from the past, or whether this is a repetitive pattern being manifested in your relationship. Either ways, I see contemplation on this person's end. Either ways, I see somewhere that this person feels like this is not matching up to what I particularly deserve, you know. And I see you being quite hurt by this, and I definitely sympathize with that. But you have to understand, where are you letting your past affect a new connection per se, or something that you actually really want, because you're watching this reading, right? So I see over here with the Hermit in their heart space, the Sun, and the Ace of Cups, we have major arcanas over here. With the Leo, excuse me, I just couldn't speak. Your person struggles with expressing their love towards you because they don't want to open up. And there's something about maturity between the both of you. Maybe your person feels that the maturity and commitment was not reciprocated, and this person also feels compelled to have courage to move forward in their life if this is not going to pay out the way that they expected to. This is a lot about their expectations deteriorating in this connection. They also feel like there is some sort of recognition that they have realized about you, or the way that you communicate, and you sort of try to bend your person to your needs. And this is something that they see that is unresolved between the both of you. I just get an energy that your person is not overly critical, but they do have a specific judgment on this connection and how it keeps going around in the same cycle. I see that with the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Swords, and the Magician. Your person has not only realized about their own manipulative behavior, but they're also working on their own. And I see this person not taking the burden of pressure of your healing. And that is exactly what I've been trying to deliver, is that your person wants to heal. They want to do better. And they're not any longer operating out of a mother wound to carry you along with them. So this, again, I just get an energy that this is really difficult for you to hear, and I can definitely understand why. But I just keep hearing from spirit that improvise on your behavior, not for this person or this connection especially, but for yourself, because there's certainly something that has happened that your person feels quite hopeless and shattered about, right? And I see with the unlimited possibilities and changes over here, that it almost gives me the energy where your person feels like this connection can turn out in any way. As much as they're keeping an open mind to it, they have not kept an attachment to the outcome of it, you know what I mean? So there was a card, yeah, this duality. When we talk about this in reverse, it talks about contemplation. Like your person was contemplating whether this connection will evolve, because I can see with the death in Capricorn, your person had a lot of ambition for this connection. They had a lot of thoughts about growth, and they used to see this as something that would really manifest into huge something that would really give them the stability that they had been looking for, right? And I see something not working out, especially because of the fact maybe there's commitment issues that could be from your person's end, or that could be from your end. Having said that, I see that maybe you both weren't able to sort of create a safe environment to actually open up your heart and build trust between the both of you, where your person felt like they put in the courage, they acted maturely, and they tried to balance out things, but again they felt like they were carrying too much of the weight, or they just couldn't um, match up to you. Like you both weren't able to see eye to eye in this connection. I also see that your person is breaking free from their past. Now, whether that was from people that used to contact this person, I see that if you're in separation, this person's, I'd say exes have reached out to this person, and this person has sort of, again, contemplated about it, because I see this being as something that is a little correlated to you, but not entirely. I see this being a conflict of interest with their past self and their future self. This is a lot about them coming out of the survival mode and actually acting out from their power, acting out from a healed place where they're like, you know what, even though this still tempts me, but is it worth me going back to the same place I came from? Because your person has made some progress, but what they're seeing is that the people that are coming back into their life are almost sort of, like between the both of us are tests for this person. They're being tested by the universe whether they still want to cave into the same sort of relationship dynamics. And I see your person definitely resisting it to an extent, because they don't want to go back into the same patterns. I see your person has become quite courageous. There's some shape or form where your person has not been able to let go of this connection. I see this still being a little bit fear ridden, where even though your person has a sense of criticism, I'd say, towards you, but it's also coming from their own self. Your person is not able to still give themselves the love that they deserve, and understanding that whatever they're going through, I see your person is still going through a pretty difficult time, because they're really fighting tooth and nail is what I see. Your person is really trying to improve themselves, because they have discovered their truth, they have discovered what they deserve, and now the fight goes on between themselves. It's not really exactly you know what I mean. And it's a lot about them fighting with their old self, which craves emotional unavailability, which has indulged in emotionally deprived atmosphere, right? And your person is becoming more vigilant of their surroundings, as to what are they consuming, right? What people are they consuming? What information are they consuming? What are they telling themselves? So your person still struggles with a little bit of guilt and shame, maybe for past things that took place between the both of you. But I definitely see this person wanting to grow out of it, and when you're trying to come out of a cocoon, it takes a lot of bloodshed and tear, excuse me. And I see that your person is still sort of like, I just see that this person struggles with it. It's not like they completely don't remember of you, because they still got some sort of strength from you. But I also see them finding the strength within themselves with the courage card. This is so important over here, because this is a lot about your person wanting to come out of that personality or that nervous system, which used to crave emotional depravity, which used to create distance between lovers. So maybe something happened where your person didn't feel safe between the both of you, and it scarred this person. I'm hearing if you're in separation, or if you're still together with this person is working upon reducing the fear of intimacy, right? So there are two scenarios over here, definitely. See whichever one resonates with you, okay? So we're gonna get a few channel messages from your person now. Pile number one. I know I have met my match. Okay. With the magician in reverse, this is a lot about your person seeing that you have challenged them in ways that maybe they used to get away with other people, but they couldn't with you. Some days I really enjoy overdoing it with you. I enjoy being damp in love. With the Ace of Cups, I see this definitely being about the fact that they enjoyed the moments that they opened their heart towards you. They sort of felt the love between the both of you. We have, I know who you are to me, I want to commit to you, so we never part ways again. So I see this being particularly for the people that you are in communication with this person. There's a few amount of people that are in separation where your person still wants to reconnect with you. With the Ten of Wands, this person is working on their intimacy issues, is what I hear. I need to slow down. Everything is changing so fast within me and around me. This card has come up in three previous readings for pile number one, and it's definitely a synchronicity where it tells me that your person is really wanting to go according to their own pace because their nervous system is really purging as of now. Your person is doing some powerful healing. Okay, I'm getting a message from spirit. Definitely check out the previous reading that I posted. I think it's what's on their mind, and this would really give you again maybe a recapture or a perspective. But I definitely see with the Eight of Swords over here, your person realizes that they need to be more patient with themselves. That is one of their utmost priority. I hear again, don't let people bring back the unhealed version of you. So your person is definitely protecting their energy. Again, something about these super vigilant eyes. I stay silent because I don't feel like I'm ready. I'm working on healing. With the Hermit in reverse, I see this person definitely pushing the progress of this connection in the future. Despite the challenges, I still want to be with you. With the World in reverse, I see this person still having hope in their heart about this connection. I'm hearing emotionally volatile, so there's still a consideration or a concern on their end whether it would be peaceful, whether you both would not go around in the same scenarios. I'm hearing something about infidelity, so maybe if that took place in your connection, this really bothers your person. I'm sorry for the way I treated you in the past. You didn't deserve it. So there was some shape or form where your person maybe lashed out, or they did something that they know would have really hurt your self-esteem, is what I'm hearing. Your person did something out of spite, and it's almost like your person burst out, and then they later on realize what they actually did and how it would affect the other person. I see this coming from a place of inner child woundings where your person feels extremely threatened in the situation. So they try to hurt back the other person or scare them. They try to create an atmosphere of terror purposely so that other people don't take advantage of them. What I do to be around you, I miss you so much. So your person is hiding the fact that they still miss you. There are moments when they really miss you, reminisce about you. Your person misses your hugs, is what I'm hearing. I see that this person still fears asking for help because they have been doing things alone for a very long time. They don't really trust their atmosphere, is what I'm hearing. I was conditioned to have unhealthy notions of what relationships must be. So maybe they have seen their parental figures relationship be very emotionally volatile, and I see this being a pattern that your person still plays out where they lash out. There's something about being verbally demeaning, like your person has learned this, how to sort of stoop down to that level, and they're ashamed of it. So, bottom of the deck, I don't understand how, but I recognize you from before. I can feel it in my bones. So, your person recognizes you as someone from their past lives. And I portray myself to be stoic, but deep down, I get hurt very easily. This is exactly what I said. When your person lashes out, it's because they purposely try to create an atmosphere of terror because they're so sensitive. And I spoke about that mirroring effect, right? When your person senses defense from the other side or some sort of manipulation, your person starts mimicking it back. So this again is a part of them losing their authenticity, because where they should be grounded, that they should not be triggered and lashing out in the same way, your person has struggled in remaining grounded, and this is something that they still struggle. They feel guilt about it. This person struggles in forgiving themselves for it. Oh wow, I actually used your advice cards over here. I was just looking for the advice cards and I realized that I used it in your spread. So I'm actually going to use this. Try to see what we get for your advice pile number one. I see that this situation definitely calls for you to work upon yourself and prioritize yourself. Your first priority should be you rather than this connection, considering I see that your person is tremendously triggering a codependency in you. To maybe you had this idea that you both will grow together slowly by slowly, and maybe you're still attached to that idea. But I see that the universe has a different plan, considering that this person is pushing you away, or they're definitely having a change of plan, you know. And I see that this might be really hurting you, where you're trying to put a bold face on and you're pushing away other people in your life that are trying to get close to you. So this is a lot about the unsafe environment that you feel and you create around yourself. Now I would like to remind you that boundaries are placed on yourself and defenses are usually placed on other people. So when you operate out of defenses, you cage yourself, right? So this is a lot about yourself allowing you to create deeper relationships. And if there's something in you that just doesn't allow you or feels too vulnerable to get along with other people, you have to dig deep, because this goes deeper than just a commitment issue. If you do not have emotionally cohesive friendships or relationships in your life, this really talks about the fact that you have emotionally shut yourself from yourself. You don't let yourself feel emotions. You're sort of out of balance because of the fact that you're not willing to be sort of emotional with your own self. And once you start developing that rapport with your own self, changes will come in your life and you will attract people that are on a more emotional depth. I see that your person has picked up on this, where you shut them out. Maybe you're in avoidant attachment style. That doesn't have to be, but I just see spirit encouraging you to build a rapport with yourself in the first place. You will not have any emotionally flourishing relationship unless and until you have that with yourself. I see you guilt tripping yourself for the mistakes you have made in this relationship. You have to realize that it had to go this way for you to recognize what all exists within you. This person specifically came in your life to trigger those parts of you which you weren't aware of or which you thought that you had healed. Now is the right time to actually go within and truly understand how to repair this. And it's not about taking the plunge and impulsively going outside and building bonds with people. It's about building that bond with yourself. It's about letting yourself cry, letting yourself talk out all those things that your inner child wants to say when it felt sort of derailed, or it felt derailed from its path, when people forced you to think more logically than from a heartfelt place, right? You need to go back to those memories and reconcile with your inner child, where it feels unsafe to be yourself, unsafe to feel your emotions inside, to feel your heart, you know. Anyways, this is your reading pal number one. I'm gonna leave it here. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated, and I'm gonna see you guys in another one. Bye. Hello pile number two, if you chose this beautiful rainbow moonstone along with the card of union of love, embrace the beloved within your heart. Before we pre-shuffle, let's dive in this card. I see that your person is someone who used to run away from themselves, distract themselves, and this goes beyond than finding distractions or indulging in escapism. This imagery, it almost gives you the sense that your person didn't find love within themselves. This is a lot about being depleted of your own resources. This card talks to me about your person still having to find their inner light, and this is something that they're realizing looking at you, a reflection in you. So this can also be you seeking love from your person when you have to find yourself loving of your own self. Wow, I feel a huge heart awakening. Your person is going through heart awakening, and this is also in terms of the past baggage, quote unquote, that we call. So we're going to get a few more cards before we speak about this. We have the empty well, time to replenish. Dating in reverse. Purpose. Balance. Okay, we have all of these in reverse, which is strength, sensuality, and soul. Over here we have past, present, future, integration, letting go, and joy in reverse. We're gonna get the tarot out. So we're going to do the heart space, head space, and the current energies, whatever comes out. Intuitively, I am going to be reversing the cards as I feel guided to. So pile number 2, what are the realizations that your person has had in the head space? Okay, there's a lot of thinking on this person's end. Okay, we have the Chariot in reverse. We have the Emperor. Upright. Okay, we have the Ten of Wands in reverse for the headspace. We have the Strength in reverse again. We have the Hierophant upright, and we have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So now for their current energies. Right, bottom of the deck, I see the Nine of Cups. So we have the Five of Pentacles upright. We have the Hermit upright. And we have the Page of Wands upright. Okay. So let's resume talking about what I mentioned previously. Union of love and the empty well. Time to replenish. I see this being in correlation, especially with this strength and soul card over here. I see that your person has um, terribly faced difficulty in connecting with their inner light. I see that your person has realized with your light in their life, there's some resonance with you being the light in their life. I see that this person has felt very mumble jumbled in their life. They have not felt okay in being themselves. I see this person has struggled. I keep getting really heavy words: miserable, terrible. I'm also hearing gibberish, like almost like life didn't make sense, and there was a lot of gunk in their trunk. They were carrying a lot of baggage, is what we call, right? And one of the cards over here, yeah, this one, past, present, future. This is in yin energy. This is a lot about people who let's just not say people, but all of us, when we carry things from the past that we refuse to learn the lesson, and we sort of start criticizing the universe or ourselves for putting us through those scenarios where we actually grew, right? We understood things. We also developed especially a good discernment between good and evil. So I see that your person has refused to learn from their past, and this is also coming from an unhealthy sexual demeanor over here. Your person has seen intimate relations, or they have exploited the beauty of it, is what I'm going to be very honest. Your person has overdone it, and whenever you do something in excess, it's typically bad. So your person might have been codependent on sexual affairs as well, is what I see. And this is because they did lack the strength in themselves to actually not just act according to their higher self, but because they were disconnected for their most lifetime. Okay, I see this being as something that they have faced difficulty with, because we have the strength in reverse twice over here. Possible signs, I forgot. We have Cancer, Aries, Taurus, Leo, and Virgo. We have a lot of major arcanas, which tells me that your person is going through something really, really prominent in their lives. Now, when we talk about the letting go card, and integration, this is a lot about integrating not just parts of you, but understanding what you really want in life, right? What are you desiring from life? With the union of love, again, this is a beautiful deck that I recently purchased, and it's called Sufi Wisdom Oracle. And this literally says that Sufis are lovers of God. Your person had been disconnected from source for a very long time, and now that you're bringing them back, is a lot about letting go of that egoic self that used to limit them from being their true authentic self. Your person is a softy at heart. Your person is a delightful being at heart. Your person is a preacher of God. And somewhere along the lines, they just lost their authentic self, excuse me, and I see this being really, really bothersome for you, right? I feel like crying because I'm tapping deep into your person's emotions, and your person is wanting to feel deserving of your love. Almost like when you have the feminine energy, right, that must most probably be you, my viewer. You develop your rapport with the divine, and your person learns to feel worthy of your love. As much as you start feeling worthy of God and love, your person starts feeling worthy of love and God. So it goes in a little different way for masculine and feminine energies, but ultimately it leads you back to the road to God and divine, your ultimate source, right? I see that your person is someone who is pushing you to find your way back to God, to find your way back to the source, higher power, whatever you believe in. You both are being guided to your true authentic self, and this is a lot about you triggering each other to actually feel those emotions that you have been carrying around. You refuse to sort of accept them as lessons, rather you see that as baggage. You're having to look deep into your childhood trauma, your past relationships. Now when I see about your person, okay, in their heart space, your person is definitely trying to study you, with the dating card over here as well. The dating card is in upright, talks about um the commercial way of people, how they date a lot of people and they see whether they want to commit to someone, right? Commitment is different from dating, right? I see that your person is someone who's been studying you for a while, whether they want to commit to you or not. And this is actually giving me a good indication, because your person is thinking about you in a serious manner, because your person does commit when they commit. And I see this person feels a sense of purpose when it comes to you. This person wants to date you, this person wants to be with you. They have been realizing this, but they also realize their own frivolous nature. Your person realizes that they still keep their heart on their sleeves, but their feelings keep changing. And I'm afraid if that is painful for you, pile number 2, but what I see over here is that your person is someone who does have a fickle mind. Their feelings keep changing because of their baggage. This is not doubtful of the sense where they don't find you worthy of commitment, where they don't see you as worthy of their love, but they find themselves in a little hollow space because they don't love themselves. So some days this person might have a very hot and cold energy, and it is because of the fact that this person sometimes doesn't feel worthy of love, and they start going back to their patterns, and sometimes they just do feel worthy of your love and they are very close to you. So when you trigger this person, when you raise your standards, or when you ask for what you want, this person feels compelled to go back to their comfort zone, which is a soul deprived area, where this person likes to go into shallow conversations. This person gives into their temptations, and what they have realized is this pattern, that when they feel unworthy of love, or when they feel unworthy of you, they start acting out. The Queen of Wands in reverse can be a very karmic energy, as it can be frivolous, and it's a demeaning, it's self-depreciating energy where your person induces themselves into. So when your person gets triggered, a cognitive pattern inside them starts working again, where it's like, no, I do not deserve, pile number 2. And to soothe themselves, they go back to their codependencies, where they start acting like a quote-unquote maybe a player, non-committal person, or they just make you extremely confused. Now I see that spirit is also guiding you to maintain your distance. I am not saying that run away, I am not saying cut off this person. I am saying you need to maintain your distance, and you need to work on your healing, because being close to this person will magnify your shadow attributes, where you still let this person walk over you in certain areas, where you don't stand and uphold your boundaries. Placing a boundary is different, but upholding it and having the strength to go along with it is a different thing. You agree with me? So I see that you also have certain things to learn, and the best way is to not push away the trigger, but to observe how you react to the trigger, so that you do not have a reactionary base to it, right? You act from an agency, sort of like you remain authentic to yourself, but you take time to react to the situation. You do not have to be impulsive like your person, right? And I'm not saying this is always going to be perfect, but this is also probably something that your person is understanding, that they need to calm down in those moments. They need not just rush into somewhere else to feel comfort. They need to comfort themselves. And this is again about finding love within yourself. The cards that you have over here are so pure because they have such energy, pile number 2. Believe you me, there's strength in this, because this is about ultimate self-love lessons that your person is learning. Your person feels like they're in a trap, okay, because of the situation that you both share. Okay, they feel like they want to escape this connection because they don't want to face their triggers, but what is necessary is that you both are in it, and you have soul contracts to fulfill. Now I see there's one quote that I usually follow by. And it says actually that when you feel like you can't move, when you can't go left, right, up, and when you can't go left, right, forward, backwards, you should always try to elevate yourself. That's how you can get out of it, you know. So it's almost like your person is a well, in a well, and it's empty, and what they have to do to rise from it, to come out of it, they have to replenish the well. They have to fulfill it with water. Water always talks about emotions. Your person has to learn to love themselves to come out of the situation that they feel entrapped in. Now, this could also talk about you, pile number two. I see that this is being mirrored by you, and from my own guidance, I would again like to remind you, don't push away this person or try to block out the trigger. Maybe you both impulsively block each other out or cut each other out or don't talk to each other, and this is because you feel extremely triggered, which is understandable. But you need to observe what this person brings out in you so that you can balance yourself. There's a part of you which is also afraid of your sensuality. Sensuality is also about your own relation with your own body. I see you being fearful of your own sexuality. Your sexuality being a divine feminine. If you are a feminine energy embodying over here, either ways, the message still applies. Have some sort of disharmony with your own body and sexuality. And sexuality talks a lot more about your sovereignty, the way you show up for yourself. So maybe there are certain ways that you feel embarrassed or you feel conservative in dressing up. I see that you want to express yourself, you like to be flamboyant. I see that sometimes your shadow side takes over and you want to go back into your cave and not express yourself. I see that you lack strength because whenever you feel like being flamboyant, pile number two, that is you. But whenever you feel like hiding yourself, because you're meant to be in the spotlight, you're meant to show yourself out there, it's almost like you put yourself back in because you're not feeling confident enough. And whenever you need to realize this difference, when you try to lower your standards so that you can keep somebody around, or when you lower your own standards of how you want to live authentically, it means you're disconnecting from your soul. So these would be a few traits that you might want to keep in mind if you're from spirit, that when you're disconnecting from your own heart space, you're feeling disempowered. It is because of the fact that the ego is taking place. Now, again, with the Union of Love card, this can also talk about when the ego wants to drive you away and make you sort of walk on paths that are not yours, and you can get lost in the rat race. This can also be indicative of your person. I see a heavy mirroring energy on your both ends, but I see this being a overall realization that might not have simmered down completely, but I see this happening. This is building blocks, you know, like Lego blocks. You put one thing, your person puts another thing. You both are building up something, and I don't see it in a very tangible sense, but I see this in building on your own individualistic ends. You both are powerhouses of yourselves, and having to find yourself and loving yourself without codependencies is the best gift that you're going to give to yourself, right? So moving on, when I see in your person's headspace, what they have realized is the fact that they have abandonment issues. They're not able to move forward in this connection because they feel scared of loss. Your person might have experienced a lot of loss in their life, and I'm facing difficulty in speaking this because your person doesn't want you to know that they still feel sad about what they have lost. Now, this could also be that somebody in the past that they thought was the one, and they put their heart and soul into it, or this could be the loss of a loved one as well. It could be an actual death as well, that your person has dealt with a lot of loss and they fear getting close to people. This sort of gives me the energy of intimacy. I see that maybe from pile number one, if you watch from 15 minutes, 5-6 minutes from there, you might get a message that interlinks or overlaps over here. But I just see an energy over here where it's a lot about the fact that your person has to integrate their feminine aspect in their overly masculine energy. Your person is showing up as the divine masculine in the upright, which gives me that your person is understanding their role in this connection. They're understanding that they are here to protect you, and they have to at least if not protect you in a physical circumstances, if they don't feel capable of, they have to at least protect you from their darker side. And this is also something that your person is taking accountability. I'm hearing customization. Your person feels like they have to change them according to yourself, and I see this coming from a shadow attribute where your person felt like you're trying too much to change them, whereas this was a link profile or a personality from their past, which was egoic self. So now, having said that, when your person realizes that there's a huge imbalance with the chariot energy over here, Cancerian energy, when it's imbalanced, it gives me the energy that your person used to place other people's needs before their own. So again, it brings me back to the card of union of love, because this tells me that your person is someone who has placed maybe the societal norms before their own heart felt place, like from their own heart centeredness. Again, this card is so powerful over here because it speaks on magnitude of everything that I'm speaking to you. These are just minor dissections, but what it comes down to the fact is that your person has always placed other people's needs before their own. And considering that your person is showing up as the divine masculine with the Hierophant and the Page of Wands, your person wants to communicate certain things that they have learned, but I see it's not the time. Maybe you are in separation or you're talking, the message still applies, but I see that your person does not have the spirit strength within themselves to actually tell you what all they have learned, because they still sort of depreciate themselves in an arena of vulnerability. Your person is still scared of opening up the lessons that they have learned, because they think that you might sort of start taking them for granted. This is also coming from a lack mentality, where maybe people who they have shown their vulnerable side, have tried to be intimate with, have tried to be real with, quote unquote, have actually pushed your person away, you know. So I see that your person definitely want to open up to you. They want to date you. But in the current energies, I see that your person is still going through a soul reflective phase where they still feel unworthy of love. And this is what I started off the reading with, saying that your person, the more that you work feminine energy, my viewer, the more you will start building your rapport with yourself and the divine, the more this person will start building a rapport with themselves and you. This is how it works, because when we have the high priestess and the magician, we don't have that over here, but in the tarot they are the divine feminine and masculine. And for me, they're very significant counterparts, because it really depicts the roles of divine feminine and masculine. The divine feminine is the epitome of wisdom. She leads in the spiritual realm and she lights the path for the masculine to find it. I see that this emperor is looking upwards. He's looking for guidance, is what I see, and that's why he's trying to study this. And the knowledge that you provide through what way you deal yourself, and the way you show yourself, and the way you carry yourself, the way you put boundaries and uphold them, it explains to this masculine subconscious that this is not right. There's a lot about the healing potency that you bring in this connection that your person picks upon. And furthermore, when you light the path, your masculine gets the place to be himself, because the masculine energy it's huge and it requires a lot of space. So when you create that space for your masculine, he is able to actually elevate, and you create that space by acknowledging and accumulating that knowledge by developing your rapport with yourself and the divine, right? So this is what I see happening in this connection. This is a lot about you realizing your purity inside, right? So I see something being very significant about your person still trying to find their inner strength and leaving behind the past baggage with the letting go card, but it's a lot about finding their own self inside. With the past, present, and future, again, I see this card being very diplomatic. I say that because it not only talks about your person trying to heal that toxic femininity from their maybe mother wounds, but I see this being more about the kind of people that they have attracted in their past. Especially if this is a man, he has attracted a lot of manipulative women, and your person often gets really scared of having to deal with women. I pick up on a little bit of misogynistic energy where your person likes women. Okay, they like it, and I'm afraid if it's a little painful or triggering, but they like women for sexual intimacy, but they don't exactly like women. You get my point? So this is something that they're having to deal with, and you're teaching this person the purity of women. the purity of a true divine feminine. Your person over here, if you look at this image, it's a strength card with the heart over here. He's got his heart over here, and it's again got the moon and the sun over here with an eye patch. I give this energy as something where your person is trying to tap into their inner wisdom, certain things that they can access through their spirituality, and certain things they're looking around. So this, your masculine is very visual, because men are visual usually, but embodying this masculine energy, your person is very visual. I see this person being very drawn by your physical looks in the first place, okay? But definitely they're trying to understand the deeper meaning of things now. There's an eye for detail emerging. So we're going to get a few channel messages from your person. Pile number 2s. You definitely have a message in pile number 1. I'd say watch it from 15 minutes to 21 or 23 is what I'm hearing. There's only a few minutes message for you over there. Let me pursue you. Let me give you the life of your dreams. With the 10 of Wands over here, I see this is your person still taking a lot of burden, because this person works in their masculinity, right? And the masculine energy has a primal instinct of being a provider, protector, and a hunter, right? This person has a very primitive instinct towards you to impregnate you if you're a woman. There is something so special about you, I can't put my finger on it. I get this on the hermit energy, where this person tries to think about why do they have this draw towards you, but they just don't understand it, you know. And it is that purity that you imitate outwards, the radiance that they try to probably look in other people. I see this as also being one thing, pile number 2, is that your person is recognizing the difference between pure energies, divine energies, and artificial. So with the type of woman maybe they have indulged with, or men, the message still applies, is that your person recognizes the superficiality, you know. It's the way other people hold and the way you hold yourself. There's a class, you know. I'm hearing money can't buy class. So there's something about you that's very regal that your person senses, and it often puts them in a place of unworthiness. I really need time to collect my thoughts. Please don't be mad at me. So we have it on the Queen of Wands in reverse. Your person needs time to forgive themselves for their frivolous behavior. The way your person has sort of exploited their own divinity by inducing them too much into karmic energies, I'd say. I can't stand talking to you, but I feel safer in silence for now. With the Emperor energy, there's pride getting in between, because your person still gets overpowered by their ego, in a sense where they don't feel safe in expressing what they have learned, is what I previously established here, right? They don't feel okay in letting you know how they're actually feeling and how much they're realizing that they have degraded themselves. And that is a part of the part of the journey, you know. The masculine does the dirty work because he has to be a leader. The masculine energy, of course, even the feminine is a leader, but the masculine energy has profound leadership skills. You know, he comes from a level of 0 so that he can lead other people, and he can show them that, you know, if I did it, even you can do it, right? Your person is somebody who's meant to lead. They don't just inherit that sort of designation in people's eyes. They earn it through respect, right? They earn it through the hustle. And what your person is doing as a divine masculine is that they're rising from the ashes, you know. They have to also to be a leader, they have to show other people, show other men, other masculine energies how to actually do this, right? So you have to see beyond the veil to understand why the masculine energy does the dirty work of the physical realm, and the feminine actually does all the spiritual work, right? Because she's the high priestess and he's the magician, and he has all the tools to get through in the physical realm, right? So I see this person definitely still having to tap into their heart space, but they're doing the best that they can. I'm trying to be the one you deserve. Will you be a little bit more patient with me? With the Page of Wands, this is still a little bit of rookie energy, I'm not gonna lie, but your person, I just keep hearing from spirit, they're actually trying as much as they understand, okay? And that does not mean with whatever information you take from this reading that you just do not uphold your boundaries, because you have to live in your integrity so that your masculine energy can learn from it, right? You're his biggest teacher, his or her. I was conditioned to have unhealthy notions of what relationships must be. With the chariot in reverse, this is a lot about your person having learned that you have to always put your parents' needs before, you have to put your friends' needs, you have to put your societal expectations before your own heart space. So they have recognized this with the opening card, that they don't have to be such a martyr to other people. I just see this being an energy where your person is realizing that they cannot please everyone that they come across. Despite the challenges, I still want to be with you, with a hierophant. I see this about them studying about the societal norms. This is giving me the energy of cracking the matrix. Like your person's crown chakra is really pulsating, considering we have the purples over here as well. My ego didn't let me understand the feelings I had developed for you. So this person might have abandoned you, left you out in the cold, gave you a silent treatment because they felt unworthy of you, and the pain started blinding this person. And how it actually works in reality is that the person starts projecting it outwardly on you. So this person might have made you feel unworthy because they rejected you, but it also reflects in you where your worthiness should not shake if somebody rejects you, right? Because it's self-worth. It's self-worth for a reason. It comes from self, not from the other person. So your person is realizing that if they left you out in the cold or they did something, it's like they're coming back to their senses, their true nature, right? And they're realizing that they have very deep feelings for you. I'm sorry for the way I treated you in the past. You didn't deserve it. With the strength in reverse, they acted out of integrity is what I really see, right? And bottom of the deck, I don't prioritize my work over us. I try to escape my feelings for you. Pretty self-explanatory. This person has some escapism tendencies. All right, before we conclude, we have an advice card for you which says minimus, commune with the source, number 17. This is exactly what I've been painting a picture for. We have number 16, empty well. So I'm going to take this in consideration with your advice. Let me see any closing numbers. No. Okay. I see that with the 17 and the 16 over here, this is a lot about the fact that maybe you also overgive in this connection. And I spoke heavily about the fact pile number 2. It's about upholding the boundary. It's not about when your person tries to act a little bit weaker in this situation and you just give in to them. Unconditional love does not mean unconditional tolerance. You have to replenish yourself before you even try to give to a friend, peer, family member, or especially your divine counterpart. You have to have stricter boundaries and you have to let the other person know. You need to have healthy ways of taking time out for yourself. Closing down your phone, switching it off for a while is okay, but constantly avoiding the other person to retaliate their ghosting behavior is not. You should actually act in integrity and not mimic the behavior that your person is giving you. Instead, teach this person how to be in your integrity, and how you will understand how to behave in this connection or take appropriate actions is by connecting to the divine. When it came in reverse, it really tells me that you are not putting in the work, and as it might sound like a criticism or it might induce more lethargy in you, you have to understand that whether you want this person or not, whether you want this relationship or not, you cannot get out of this space or the reality of your life unless and until you complete the challenges that your soul has set you up to mark, right? You have to learn these. So if you feel stuck in this situation with this person and you don't see a way out, the way is to elevate yourself. I said that, right? You can't move forward, you can't move backwards, you can't go sideways. The only way is to fill your well and elevate through it, okay? You can actually be happy about the situation or you can cry about it, but either ways you have to get through it, right? And this is something that I see coming from your higher self, that the advice would be to easen up the triggers, is to connect with source. or whichever way that you connect with your own spiritual essence, right? So pile number 2, I'm going to leave it here. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comments section if that resonated, and I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose this beautiful selenite along with the card of concealed power, this is going to be a reading. So this says, give birth to the wonder of revelation. So this is a lot about awakening the inner feminine so that the outer masculine, the masculine energy, can take charge exactly how wanted. So before we open the pre-shuffled cards, I want to talk a little bit about your person's limiting beliefs. In complement with the reading that we are doing, the title is a lot about revelations and realization, and this literally says, give birth to the wonder of revelation. Your person has had an epiphany that they are the ones who have always held themselves back in life. The selenite is a stone that I most prominently use when I feel bombarded by a lot of negative energy around me. So your person might be psychic or a medium, and I use this whenever I really want to clear my third eye as well. And when I was tapping into your energies, I did feel a sense of murmuring in my ear. I see that your person has been under some sort of influence of negativity that sort of overpowers them. So your person's self-depreciating thoughts really get to them. There's a lot about negative talks, and it's a lot about the selenite. Again, this is so significant of the energies that we have over here, because for me particularly, selenite is all about absorbing the negativity. When I actually got my first selenite, spirit is taking me back to that experience. It broke in a day. It's almost like I was a rookie in spiritual realm, to my own gifts, and I did not know how much negativity was entrapped in my aura at that point, and it literally broke within 24 hours. So I see something being related to this person not realizing how much their past trauma actually affects them, how much things that they have been through project out in this connection, and they have realized that this connection has been a pure mirror reflection of them. Your person had been blinded by their pain for a very long time, and they thought that you are particularly a bad person because you bring out these feelings. You're not creating an atmosphere for healing for them. But I see that this person was not able to have a proper emotional regulation. This person was not able to understand that it was all that was festered inside. Your person had not healed through quite a lot of wounds that were not just from their childhood, that were manifesting out of a childhood trauma, attracting poor relationship partners, specifically picking up people or getting indulged in people that have just a sexual connotation. Excuse me. I see that your person does not or did not want you to know about their past as well, because they thought that you would really judge them and sort of leave them out in the cold. So your person has faced a lot of rejection is also what I see. And before we dive deeper into this, I think we should open up the cards now. So we have Sky Bridge, possibility for union in reverse. We have emotional release in reverse and struggle in reverse. Teaching and self-love. Okay, we have abundance, forgiveness in reverse, and time. We have inner peace and perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Tangibility, make your dreams real. and adversity in reverse. How do I place this? Okay. So we're gonna get tarot before we discuss about the cards. I'm gonna be doing a headspace and a heart space and current energies, and I'm gonna be taking reversals as I feel guided to. So pile number 3, what has your person realized in their headspace? We have the 2 of Wands in the reverse. The Hierophant in the reverse. The Tower upright. The heart space now. Your person goes in an obsessive thinking pattern is what I'm hearing. We have the High Priestess. We have the Sun in reverse. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. For the current energies, pile number 3. Bottom of the deck, I see the 5 of Swords, crowning Page of Wands, the 9 of Cups, the Magician in reverse, and the 10 of Swords in reverse. Okay. One of the things that I see over here, let's begin off with the card of Sky, possibility in reverse, possibility for union. This situation to your person has been made sure that it's time sensitive, with the Time card over here as well. I see that your person realizes that because of their limiting beliefs and not wanting to be decisive about this connection, there's a possibility they have lost you. And they possibly won't get you back. I'm facing so much difficulty in saying this. It's almost like a person does not want you to know that they are realizing that they might really have no chance with you again. They fear that, you guys will come together. Apart from that, one of the things that really caught my attention is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Sun in reverse, and the High Priestess. Along with the Abundance card over here and the Forgiveness card, I get a sense that your person intuitively realizes that they have lost you almost for good, because they're not able to release themselves from the guilt. And it's almost like because they're not able to forgive themselves, they also think about the fact that had you done that to them, they would not forgive you, or they wouldn't find it in their heart because you would have really hurt them. And this is what they're realizing. Things are slowly being revealed to them. Ace of Pentacles in the Abundance card really tells me that your person has been shook. We have the Tower energies. Possible signs I see is Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces. Okay, but I see that your person realizes that you were the light in their life. You used to bring abundance, and the amount of depth that they felt with you is something that's unmatched. They cannot feel it anywhere else. I see that your person struggles with actually coming forward right now, because with the Sky Bridge card, this can also talk about the fact that your person feels a little deranged, like this is an unknown territory and they have absolutely no idea how to deal with it. As much as the revelations keep coming through, okay, bear with me because they will come sublimely, but I see this more about being their current energies towards you. This is a little different from previous two piles because there's a lot about simmering truth. It's slowly by slowly being made peace with, that your person realizes that they have taken things too far between the both of you, that there might be a chance that this will not come back together because they have pushed you away too far this time. With a concealed power, I also get an energy that your person did not realize how powerful you are. Considering if you are feminine energy, that does not have to be the necessary fact. I see that your person has a lot of times, pile number 3, I'm afraid if that's painful, but your person has underestimated you time after time. And it's almost like your person always does that subconsciously so that they don't have to feel certain things that they want to. Okay, my dog is over here, and he's sort of getting like dreams, and whenever I have a superstition, or I have heard about a theory that whenever dogs go deep into their sleep, they're reliving some past life memories. I see this being a very deep connection. Definitely, there's a lot of turmoil that I was picking up in the beginning. I see a lot of spiritual interference also in your connection, but I see this being on your person's end. I see that your person is someone who has more often deliberately not chosen to fight for this connection, and I could also implicate this within their past lives. So now this is something that is being played out in your connection, and you have to be open to the fact that this is, frankly, this might not be the person that you end up with. And I have to be very real with you, pile number 3. Even though this is a general reading, the way that your person has perceived this connection and taken it for granted is reached to a level where even the divine wants to provide you with justice for the things that you have been through. Because I see this being an overlap energy coming from you as well, where you have persevered a lot, you have really worked on yourself, you have tried to get past a lot of narcissistic abuse, and I see this being in your favor, where the universe wants, with the card of tangibility, make your dreams real. This card is supposedly taken out for an advice card for you, where spirit told me to use all of these cards in your spread, and this tells me this is actually denoted for you. Tangibility, make your dreams real. This woman, she has a flower on her head. It's almost like you used to see the red flags but paint them pink, and it's almost like you always see the red flags but you just avoid them because you want that person so bad. So maybe you also had a part to play in this, but your person still underestimated you, considering your person should have had due diligence into how to show up for another person that you truly love. I see that this person loves you, okay, they have deep feelings for you. Even though there are no cups over here, there's just a 9 of cups over here, which tells me your person now is realizing again, I hear this again, that your person has to be reminded, or they remind themselves time after time, that you are the one that they see as their dream person, but they blew up some shit with you. With the tower in the beginning, high priestess is calling my energy like insane. Like, it's calling my energy where this person thought that you're somebody that can be easily manipulated, that they can hide the red flags, they can paint them through rosy glasses. Maybe this person thought that they could manipulate you really well, and this person is getting shook by all the blindfolds that they had on their head. This person is realizing completely, and to be very honest, I get karma. I just get karma from spirits, and I do not believe in a very spiteful connotation in my readings, because I truly believe to speak whatever I hear, but from spirit I get a very strict energy because your guides have had enough of this person. I see your guides being thorough with this person, that they're like, you know what, if you cannot build yourself up, you're not holding back my child, is almost what I hear. So your guides are making sure that this person does not reach out to you energetically. You might have a telepathic bond, or there's something that you both have had a push and pull, and whenever you pull back your energy, this person again starts to realize how important you were. But when you're there, this person refuses to actually acknowledge your importance in their life. And I see that this person now feels that this is completely time sensitive. You guys might not come back together, and there's some shape or form where this person has learned, or they're still learning, the value of being with you. With the teaching card and the self-love, this person, we have 14 and 41. This person has seen themselves in you, and they have realized how well you have done for yourself, whereas this person has still struggled and remained stubborn. As much as it's important for the wounds to come up for a release, it's not important to keep reliving the trigger so that you keep staying in that hostile environment, right? And this person was taken out of your life so that you can actually have a peaceful environment. Now, I see this as a separation pile. If it's not, still the message applies, but this is a lot about your person realizing that the bullshit time is over. Your guides are so strict right now, and it's almost like the channeling is like to the point. Like pile number 3 needs to know that this is not what they deserve. And if you have been crying, if you've been upset, your guides are, my heart goes out to you, because I feel your energy. Pile number 3, you've been through a lot with this person, and this person has relentlessly taken you for granted. And you know what, it comes down to the fact is that maybe you still struggle with forgiving them. Maybe you also face difficulty in releasing your past, where you're not able to let go of the pain that they have caused you, whether you still talk to this person or not. It's a lot about the fact that you're not able to forgive this person because you're not able to make peace with the fact as to how many times you let yourself ignore the red flags you were seeing because you truly wanted this person. This is your divine counterpart. Even though I would like to mention there's a difference between your divine counterpart and the life partner that you actually end up with, but I definitely want to reverse back to the fact that it's not completely your fault. I need you to hear this, that you had to see certain things, but this person made extra efforts in being manipulative to keep you around, because this person operates out of weak energy. They're not stable within themselves. This person perpetually could be in a state of depression since you've been dealing with them or you left them. And this person has been trying to connect with their higher self, but they have not been able to. On a heartful level, they recognize that they want you, but on a mind space, they're still doing those things which are not good for them. They're sort of still entrapping themselves in situations that regard their comfortability, let them be in a bubble. This person has not dealt with the loss of you, and this person is still being manipulated with other people, or if it's with you, this is a warning from spirit that this person is not at the level that you require them to be. So I just feel like letting you know what this person is realizing is that they're getting a taste of their medicine, and it's as clear as it gets. I have never actually channeled something that is this strict from the guides, but I just get an energy that your person is someone who is getting a taste of their medicine, clear cut. And I see that this is happening, or it has happened. Spirit tells me that this has already happened, where your person realizes that things can probably not happen or persevere. Now, on the other spectrum of this energy, I see your person still trying to somewhere convince themselves that you might come back to them, or there's something that might happen, because they know that this is a divine connection. Your person in previous lifetimes has probably also betrayed you, is what I'm getting over here. Your person has also taken advantage of it, and this has played out in a few multiple lifetimes because your person has not pulled themselves out of their karmic phase. And this is somewhere where you both do not actually particularly get to be in union, quote unquote. Okay. It's a little controversial, but I feel like if this is a soulmate or twin flame, it's not always mandatory that you end up with this person. That's why I want to remind you that divine counterpart is not always your life partner. Now, this might be triggering for you, but it's to trigger you to realize, do you really deserve this? Do you want to keep going on in the same pattern? Because I see spirit wanting to talk to you and deliver the message that, this person is still in the current energies. Ten of Swords, Magician in reverse, and Nine of Cups. To an extent, they're still selfish. They want you back because they know that you're irreplaceable. But do they want you back because they're going to be irreplaceable for you? Because considering the way that they're showing up, you resonate with them on a soulful level. But Are they making an effort to be that irreplaceable? They perpetually acting like a replaceable karmic energy, right? So I see that this person is still not out of their comfort zone, and this person takes away from your inner peace because of the fact that they carry so much chaos within themselves. So when you're related with this person, not only they bring that shit into your life, but you also get entrapped into their karmic cycles because they have not healed. When we talk about the card of abundance in time and forgiveness in reverse, I see that your person is someone who still suffers with abandonment wounds, and particularly this person realizes that they have to rush in for your forgiveness, which they don't feel like they will get. They struggle with forgiving themselves is the first thing I want to mention over here. Your person does not incorporate as much self-love as you might think. I think that you sometimes give this person more credit for being emotionally intelligent than they actually are. You should judge the scenario by what they have shown you rather than what you think of this person, because they are actually very slick with their words. So I see that you need to really evaluate what energy are you still trying to call in, because if you're manifesting this person, I just have to break it to you, this person is not in balance. I don't see this energy being in balance, because we are doing an intuitive reading where spirit told me to do the headspace, the heart space, and the current energy, which really tells me that even if they have had this realization, there's not much showing up in the physical realm. I see that this person has to leave a player or non-committal tendencies, and they're still struggling with it. It's almost like they think that they will do it when they get you, but they have to do this before they can come towards you. And this is not something that they want to do, because they want to still inculcate in those karmic patterns. And that is a lack of dedication to your connection. There are also outside influences that your person gives into. Your person still has to grow a lot. And this connection is being blocked by spirit. It's not beneficial for you, pile number 3. This is all in your highest good. So let's get a few channel messages from your person. Pile number 3. I like who I am when I am with you. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. There's a sense of energy seeking, energy vampire that I see over here. And I don't mean to paint a picture that your person is a bad person, okay? I just want you to know the current energy that they're embodying. So let's dial down the harshness a little bit. I see this from a neutral point of view. Your person feels like you add to their self-worth. You add to their self-worth. I don't get a positive energy. I just can't sugarcoat this. Your person is sort of looks at you like a trophy. Talk to me. I do hear you. I do hear you telepathically. Find me in your heart with a Hierophant in reverse. Spirit is also protecting you from this person energetically, because they try to reach out to you and pull on your heartstrings, which pulls you back into a place of nostalgia, and it affects your moods. I hear mood fluctuations. You are a super empath, and this person knows this. They have figured out certain things about your emotions, and they literally pull on your heartstrings. I'm wanting to come out of isolation. I have worked hard on my healing with the 9 of Cups. This person is still putting up a facade that they have healed, and they've done this multiple times. They have done this multiple times. They put a bandage on the trigger, and it lasts for 2 to 3 weeks. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then this thing fades away because you start triggering the real issue again. And this person keeps on trying it without wanting to actually love themselves and heal the wound. This is the pattern that spirit is protecting you from. Okay, there's a lot that this person has on their mind. I'm so magnetized towards you. It feels like we've done this before with the Magician in reverse. They also can't control their sexual draw towards you. They're very magnetized towards you. The flame actually fickled a little bit. So I definitely see this as a confirmation that this person mostly comes in because they can't control their sexual passion for you. And I do not mean to shape this in a way that this person does not love you from a soulful level. It's that the karmic energies, the ego is overriding the soul. There is a lot of work that needs to be done so that the ego can be neutralized, because the ego is not always bad, it protects you. But when it's in overdrive, you do things that are not in alignment with your higher self. And with the Hierophant in reverse, this definitely gives me that your person is not in alignment. I know that I have met my match with the High Priestess. I see that they do recognize it, and that's why they keep on feeling like it's okay to, come in and leave whenever they please. This person has also cried a lot about you, is what I'm hearing. Despite the challenges, I still want to be with you. Ten of Swords in reverse. I get a little delusional energy. This person tries to cope up with the fact of losing you, by convincing themselves that somewhere down the lane you guys will reunite if you are in separation. I regret pushing you away. I didn't intend to self-sabotage. It feels safer in silence. I did mention in the beginning with the tower over here, this person did something terrible and they know it cannot be taken back. Maybe they didn't want to get close to you because of the intimacy. This triggers started coming up. So maybe you wanted a deeper commitment and this person pushed you away. And maybe you started doing things that were out of alignment and you completely cut this person off, or you're really pissed at this person. And they realize that they have taken things too far this time around. I stay silent because I don't feel like I'm ready. I'm working on healing. This is very interesting. I told you, they put on a facade where they convince themselves that they're ready, but they're not. It's the ego. So this person also might have a little bit of spiritual ego. When you convince yourself that you've actually worked on it, there's a lack of humbleness and you lose touch of grounding when you do not connect truly with the inner source, right? So I see this person also being corrected by the divine. There's a huge karma energy. I'm getting planet of Saturn, which is a sort of like a Three of Swords energy, where you're forced to learn the lesson through hard struggles. And your person is having to do that with this dualistic energy, where your person sort of goes back and forth. They think that they can come in, they have healed, but then they have not. It's because if you would have healed, you wouldn't have to cope up with the fact that, you've probably lost this person. I think that there's still dilly-dally between coming forward or not, It's because they haven't really found their own balance. I'm sorry for the way I treated you in the past. You didn't deserve this. If this person was juggling you, this is also something that Spirit has taught them the value of. Bottom of the deck, I'm trusting my inner guidance more than ever. I'm learning to love myself more often. You are so different. I'm very curious about you. This is also the femme fatale energy I'm getting. You're very mysterious and you really call in your person, is what I'm hearing. So for your advice card, since we shuffled it out over here, I'm getting guided to take the struggle card, the teaching card, and of course the tangibility card. So I see that the advice is pretty straight, clear cut, that you need to understand what you deserve, and you don't have to stick around a divine counterpart if that does not act divine or show up divine, right? There's something about your person where this person has been very repetitively manipulative, and this has made you doubt your own discernment. And that is where I need you to understand, pile number 3, that please forgive yourself, because you did not deserve it as much as this person tried to pull on your heartstrings. To attract somebody that is actually genuine, you have to release the bitterness that you have in your heart when it comes to this person. So I feel like it really narrows down to this. I would just like to keep it plain and simple, that you need to find it in your heart to forgive this person, whether you want them back or you want somebody new. You will be able to attract somebody if you're able to release and go with the flow of the pain, is what I'm feeling. You're struggling a little bit and maybe you haven't processed how deeply this person has sort of played you, quote unquote, and you need to allow your inner feminine to guide you through the triggers, through the pain that you're feeling. Let yourself feel feel it, you know. File number 3, my heart goes out to you. I really do hope that you get better, okay? And this was your reading. I'm gonna leave it here. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated, and I'm gonna see you guys in another one. Bye.